Tobias on the hill, Tobias on the hill.
It's not unusual.
Yeah.
We've pared it right down so it's this beautiful, seductive. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. You know, right the way down. The kind of Trump smoky.
Yeah.
On this episode of Tobias on the Hill, British actor and jazz singer Richard Shelton.
I just love being in front of an audience. I love being in front of a live audience. For me, it's where it's like the energy flows into me, you know. And the minute you can, just the music starts, you look into the audience, and you just gauge what they're about, you know. So you work off the audience. You make everybody feel that they're special, that they're the one you're singing to, whether it's him over there or her down there or those two here, and try and talk to them, try and get their names, try and insert their names into a song so everyone feels, oh, it's for me.
It's for me. Yeah.
Make them laugh, tell them to shut up.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah, call them out.
Call them out.
Yeah.
I was in a place in London in the UK, where I'm from, and I'd had a lot of success in a lot of arenas. I'd performed in theatre in the West End, which is like Broadway in New York, and I'd been on a television show. I'd been a regular on a television show that was on TV every night. So it had a lot of viewing figures.
Talk to me about the show.
So the show is called Emmerdale, and it's there are 3 shows that are watched, daily dramas that go out at night.
Yeah.
And the program I was in was based in the north of England in a very small rural community. And I was introduced as a doctor, a very charming doctor, who became a murderer. And I was a terrible character. He was horrible. But to the world, everybody loved him.
He was charming.
Charming, debonair, and married this strange woman called Steph, who herself was a bit crazy. And between the two of them, they became even crazier still. I mean, it was ridiculous. But I murdered my wife's brother, and then I moved his body. And then I sent her into the lunatic asylum. I mean, really, my character.
That's great.
It's fun to play.
Did you finally die off?
Yes, I killed myself.
Oh, good. That's the way to go. So, talk to me about what your experience was like recording at Capitol.
It was really exciting. It was overwhelming in some regards because I played Sinatra in a drama, and suddenly I'm in Capitol Records where he recorded, you know, in using his microphone.
Tell me about that. How did that happen? Like, how does one get to use Frank Sinatra's microphone?
I asked.
You asked. That's it?
Yeah. And it's in a little box, a red box, and on the front, on like ticker tape, just like tape.
Yeah.
It's written Franks.
Franks.
That's all it says. Franks.
So it's been there and it just has stayed there ever since. It's Frank's.
Yeah.
Frank's mic.
So it's also used by Barbra Streisand and by Michael Bublé and by Diana Krall, Tony Bennett. So could you imagine if you could extract the DNA from all of those people? Could you imagine the creature would...
I'm sure there's some in there too.
There must be.
There's a little spittle from each.
Yeah.
See, so you're cross like more.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra.
I know.
Barbara.
But
that's disgusting and flattering all at the same time.
It's sort of it's intriguing and wrong,
right?
Isn't it? All at once. But that was thrilling, and I worked with 3 of his musicians, his pianist, bass player, and drummer. They were all on the record. To give it some authenticity, you know, to give it the feel that it alludes to Frank Sinatra. It's a nod towards him, but it's not in any way a replica of his work, because he was the greatest. You can't do anything better than Frank Sinatra. It's impossible. But it's nice to be able to bow and, you know, nod your tip your hat in his direction. So that's what the album's about. And then you get to the point when you're in the studio and you've got the musicians, you know, the clock is running.
Right.
And suddenly you go, okay guys, we got to get to work because we have a lot of songs to record. And that's it, you just have to start. And 5, 6, 7, 8, we're off.
If you enjoyed this interview, leave a comment or press the like button. Click on one of our previous episodes above, and don't forget to subscribe to Tobias on the Hill.